it's Hope. Anyone new to my channel, I'm an Olympic weightlifter and I've got a Q&A coming up for this video, so stay tuned for that. And it's Easter Sunday and I don't live here in California, so I'm gonna go spend it with some of my friends from the gym, which I'm super pumped about. I miss my family out here in SoCal a lot, but have been making some really good friendships, which I'm super thankful about. Going to turn into a taco soon. I have a confession to make. I skipped one of my workouts this week, which I never ever do, but after it being tax week and just going so hard for the last 5 weeks of training and just working my ass off lately, I didn't have anything left for that workout on Saturday, so I decided to take 2 rest days in a row and just kind of listen to my body and get some extra downtime. And I slept like 11 hours 2 days in a row now, which I never do, and I could tell my body just really needed some extra R&R. So feeling better, but also felt like I needed to just get that off my chest. Not too bad of a view. I found a friend. I did it bad. I did a Q&A on my Instagram yesterday. I got so many awesome questions. I'm gonna try to answer as many as I can. There were several questions about my PRs for squat, bench, and the snatch. I have squat 312 pounds, I've benched 170 pounds, and I have snatched 200 pounds. How old am I and how long have I been lifting? I'm 28, redo. I've been lifting for 3 years. I got several questions about starting weightlifting or transitioning into weightlifting from powerlifting, which is an awesome question, gets me excited. More people want to get involved in my sport. I would say the best bet is to hire a coach that can help teach you the correct technique, and if that's not an option, I would start with CrossFit. I think CrossFit classes are a great way to get the beginner like basics down, and your best bet would be to find a CrossFit gym that has a barbell club. Then you can be around other beginners that are learning the technique and have someone watching you, making sure you're doing the movements properly from the get-go so you don't learn bad habits. Definitely recommend going the CrossFit route. And if you already have the basics down and just want to get further involved in weightlifting, I would hire a online coach or just get some programming from online. I recommend the Juggernaut programming, which is linked in my description, or programming through Meg's company, Strong Friends. Do I focus on nutrient timing? Yes, I do. Most of my carbs are timed around my workout, and the majority of my fats are further away from my workouts. I've done several videos on like a day of eating, and I also have a video, what is my diet, a few videos back that talk about my current macros, what I'm cutting, how I'm preparing for my meet. So all of those questions can be answered in that video. How to stop dropping your elbows on the jerk. A really good drill for that is a pause jerk. So you get in your front rack position, dip to where you would stop moving downward, pause for a second, make sure your elbows are up, drill the correct position, then go with the jerk without any more downward momentum. I would incorporate those into your training. Great way to quit that habit. How to stop jumping forward on the snatch. Usually that comes from not staying over the bar and being patient getting the bar to the hip. A drill I've been using a lot is snatching from the deficit, and that's helped me a lot, so I would try that. What are the best hip opener stretches? I like the lizard pose and pigeon pose for hip stretching. Since I tore my labrum, those have been major help for me stretching out the glutes and the hip flexors. When is the best time to use foam rolling? I like to do it before I start my activation work before training, and then right after I train. And I also use a lot of lacrosse ball, the rogue ball, foam rolling, stretching on my rest days as well. Why did I switch from Ollie Concepts to Juggernaut? I've been asked that a lot, kind of just avoid the question. Danny and I just didn't have the relationship that was working out, so we decided to part ways, and I'm very happy at Juggernaut and really happy with where I ended up. What do I order at Starbucks? I try not to drink any of my calories. I like to eat them all, so I order black iced coffee usually, and sometimes I'll get sugar-free cinnamon dolce or sugar-free caramel. Adds very few calories. Why do I have tattoos? And why did I get the sleeve? There were several of those questions. My first tattoo was super small. It's actually covered up now. And from then on, it kind of became a hobby to like express myself. And that's the way that I've been creative. All of my tattoos are custom, hand-drawn, no stencil. A lot of my sleeve has just been tattooed straight on me, no outline or anything for them to go off of, because it's been a really good way for me to express myself and have art on my body from someone that's one of a kind. What supplements do I use? I really don't use any. Sometimes I'll use the Grind Ignition pre-workout. If you want any of the Grind products, 10% off, code POPE. My favorite recovery methods are cupping and massage work. I have a massage appointment weekly, and I use cupping probably 3 times a week. How to deal with haters and people that think you are obsessed with lifting or working out? I think that's a great question, because it's really all about your mentality, how you respond to that. If you take it as a compliment, when people are downing you for being like so dedicated to something, it's really that they're jealous that they don't have that dedication. So you just have to find a way to kind of let it roll off your back and just kind of laugh it off. That's the way I kind of do everything. You find me giggling at just about anything, and that's including haters. What is my ideal date? That would be going to the Cinépolis that I found here in Orange County. They have really awesome recliner seats to watch movies. How do my training blocks look, and how far out do I start a training block from a meet? I'll use the example of nationals. This training block has been 8 weeks, 4 weeks of super high volume, lots of squatting, lots of high reps. I've been doing triples on the cleans. I started with 6s in the front squats. Then I had a little deload. Now I've got 4 weeks left where I'm gonna hit more singles and lower reps on the squats. Dogs or cats? Dogs. I have 2 pit bulls. Do I do any cardio? No, I do not. I only lift. What are my thoughts on sugar-free drinks? Sugar substitutes actually hurt my stomach, but a lot of my clients like using sugar-free drinks to kind of curb cravings, and I think they're great as long as they don't upset your stomach. What is the best exercise for strengthening the shoulders on the snatch reception? For me, incorporating a lot of push press work, snatch grip behind the neck, has really improved my bottom position and the catch of the snatch. So I would definitely either add those in, and if you already have them, maybe add another day of them. How to fix butt wink, quote unquote. That's like my least favorite saying in all of lifting, or dropping your chest on the squat. I think both of those come from mobility issues. I would definitely work on hip mobility if you're having trouble keeping your chest up, and work on ankle mobility and pushing the knees forward and keeping your quads flexed throughout the entire range of motion of the squat to work on that hip roll under. I had a few questions about my mental approach to training and like what I think about when I step up to the bar for a PR, especially in the snatch. I still have some technical issues that I'm focusing on, so I try when I'm going to hit a PR to still focus on the same things I focus on every other rep, instead of letting it build up as this big scary thing that's something new. I mean, I'm human, that still happens sometimes, but I try to think about the cues instead of, oh, this is a new weight I've never tried. For me, that is using my legs out the floor and staying patient over the bar. So I try to think about that again when I'm approaching a PR. I also try to visualize before I step up to the bar and see myself making the lift before I do it. That's something I've worked on recently in the last few months, and it's really been helping my training. Those were all really awesome questions that you guys asked. I am sorry if I didn't get to them all. I tried to get to most of them. There were a few silly ones, like who would win in a dance-off, me and Pomp or Chad and Max? Obviously that's me and Pomp. Thanks for asking me such great questions. I feel there were some questions I've already answered in some other videos, so if your question didn't get answered, check out some of my past videos and you'll probably find the answers there. Thanks guys. Also, if you ever get the chance to visit Dana Point, I filmed at one of my favorite spots here, which is the harbor, and it's definitely worth checking out. It's so beautiful. Now it's time to lift. today was really good. I hit a PR double on snatch from the deficit, which is a PR double anyway for the snatch at 84 kilos, so I'm really pumped about that. And my cleans were starting to feel better today. I added a pull to my clean doubles and that really helped. It was cool to train with Q today. She's here visiting. She power snatched 100 kilos. That is so badass. I just got crushed by some split squats. Sandwich is ginormous, but looks delicious. Hopefully some of you guys found the Q&A beneficial and I got some of your questions answered. Leave me some comments. I might be able to answer some other things in the comment section. Be sure and give this video a thumbs up and share it and subscribe to my channel. Bye.